In this video, I'm cleaning the grave of baby Lyle Trail. Like all children who pass away young, Lyle's story was very short, so I'm going to tell his parents' story, and this was not what I was expecting to find. Lyle's parents were Charles Nelson, or Charlie Trail, and Ada, or Daisy Alms. Before Lyle's birth, there isn't much information on his mother, Daisy. I do know she was born in Greene County, Missouri in 1896, and her parents were Fletcher and Emma Beers Alms. Charlie Trail was born in 1894 in Ozark County, Missouri, and his parents were Benjamin and Sarah Mayfield Trail. When Charlie was 6, his father passed away. His mother did remarry and had more children, but I found Charlie on the 1910 census, and he wasn't living with her. He was 15 years old and living with Israel and Nancy Mayfield, his aunt and uncle, and Betty Trail, his grandmother. If those names sound familiar, it's because I already posted a video over his grandmother, Elizabeth or Betty Trail. On September 11, 1915, when Charlie was 21, he married 19-year-old Daisy. After this, the story just gets sad. Daisy and Charlie were only married for 7 months. Charlie passed away on April 3, 1916, at the age of 22. His cause of death was biliary cirrhosis of the liver. Today, this disease is known as primary biliary cholangitis. This is a liver disease that is also considered an autoimmune disease because the body's immune system mistakenly attacks its own cells, which are the bile ducts in the liver. This leads to cirrhosis, which is scarring of the liver, and leads to decreased liver function and eventually death. To this day, the exact cause of this disease is still unknown. Daisy had Charlie buried in Trail Cemetery in Ozark County, Missouri, with his father Benjamin and his grandparents, Betty and Asa. His grandparents, Asa and Betty Trail, are who the cemetery is named after. The cemetery sits on land that they homesteaded when they first moved to Ozark County. When Charlie passed away, Daisy was around 5 months pregnant with Lyle. Lyle Claud Trail was born on August 10, 1916. Lyle passed away on February 8, 1917, and he was only 5 months old. His cause of death was lobular pneumonia. Daisy buried Lyle in Trail Cemetery next to his father, Charlie. I wish I could say after this life became easier for Daisy, but it didn't. Her next husband's name was Arthur Pigg. Here is the timeline I found on newspapers.com. On August 30th, 1917, Arthur Pigg was in the newspaper concerning his first wife, Sarah. The article stated, Arthur Pigg says his wife, Sarah Pigg, is quarrelsome and accuses him of familiarity with other women and that he cannot live with her. 1 week later, they were in the paper again. Arthur filed for divorce from Sarah. 20 days after the divorce was in the paper, Daisy and Arthur married each other. Daisy and Arthur would have at least 4 children together, and the hardships continued. One article from 1930 stated Daisy had wrote back to her mother saying they had lost a small son, their other children were badly sick, and that Arthur was dangerously ill. From 1932 to 1935, Arthur was the deputy sheriff for Douglas County, and he was in the paper for finding a moonshine still. In 1936, they were in the paper again because their 2-year-old child was seriously ill after drinking a bottle of kerosene. The article stated the bottle was in the kitchen, and while Daisy was outside doing evening chores, the child drank the kerosene, and Daisy found the child strangling and gasping for air. They rushed her to the hospital. I couldn't find any information after this on whether the child lived or not. In 1939, Daisy filed for divorce from Arthur, but she must have changed her mind since it was in the paper for being dismissed. In 1942, the couple lost their son, Frank Pigg. Frank died in action during World War II, and he was believed to be Douglas County's first war fatality. Sometime after this, Daisy and Arthur moved to Klamath County, Oregon. After moving to Oregon, Daisy followed through with divorcing Arthur. I know this because in 1949, Arthur was sentenced to 30 days in jail for failing to comply with alimony payments from a divorce from his wife. Finally, I found Arthur once again in the newspaper in 1954 for being held on a second-degree murder charge in Klamath County. The newspaper described Arthur as a nightclub photographer. Arthur was given his banjo during his jail stay, and the article said, "The aging cameraman is staging an almost continuous one-man floor show in the felony section of the county jail." Arthur was arrested because of a love feud with 48-year-old Roy Durham over the affections of Roy's 44-year-old ex-wife. Arthur, who was 73 at the time, was charged with fatally wounding Roy. The article described Arthur as a gray-haired Lothario, stating that he was reported to have been the boyfriend of at least 3 different women, and he was the happiest prisoner in the jail. In the article, Arthur stated, "Roy was drunk and fighting mad. He told people he was going to get me. The night of the shooting, I'm sure he intended to kill me. When a 48-year-old man in good health takes after a 73-year-old man, it isn't fair. My gun equalized things." Arthur fought the charge on the grounds of self-defense. He went to trial and the jury found him not guilty. The next article I found about Arthur was his obituary. Arthur passed away in 1968 at the age of 88, and he is buried in Klamath Memorial Park Cemetery in Klamath County, Oregon. Daisy passed away in 1987 at the age of 91. She is buried in the same cemetery as Arthur, but I don't know if their graves are anywhere near each other. When I went to the cemetery this day, I had originally planned to clean both Lyle and Charlie's graves and do the cleanings in one video, but as you can see, Charlie's stone did break in half and fall over. I did spray Charlie's with D2 because I saw he had a really long epitaph and I wanted to see what it said. The top of Charlie's stone has a really neat design with a star on the top that I had never seen before. It says husband of Daisy Trail and that he was 22 years, 1 month, and 8 days at the time of his passing. His epitaph says, "Dearest husband, we have laid thee in the peaceful grave's embrace, but thy memory shall be cherished till we see thy heavenly face." Lyle's stone says our baby and has a lamb carved on it, which symbolizes the innocence of a child. This story did make me wonder how different Daisy's life would have been if Charlie had lived or if Lyle had lived. She probably would have never left Ozark County. Also, none of her children with Arthur would have been born, leading to none of the grandkids from those kids being born. It would have changed the whole family tree, and that's something interesting to think about. My family tree showed that I am related to Charlie and Lyle. Charlie is my 10th cousin, once removed. Thank you for watching. Rest in peace, Charlie and Lyle.